Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spell Bonding. I'm Jordan Reed.
I'm Lindsay Reed.
And with us is, don't say anything yet, Dani. With us is our friend who needs no introduction, and we've told her, Lindsay and I told her not to say a word because she's always rude, is our friend, Dani. Hi, Dani.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Good,
alive.
thanks. Hey, can you explain to us those arcane drawings behind you? Are they designed to elicit some sort of Wiccan or occult activity, or what's going on?
Oh, I do have my feather that I found at work.
It's already starting off very scary. Ooh.
I sanitized it, so it's safe.
Oh, good.
How are you just going to show a feather and not explain what it is?
What do you mean? It's just a feather. It's like, here it is.
Wow.
You know.
What kind of bird is it from?
Probably a robin.
Okay.
Maybe a starling.
Now, do you have anything you're going to be using the feather for, or is it is it for ambiance or what?
Witchcraft or?
Yeah.
Witchcraft.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, great.
Okay,
Great.
Can I just say that when I asked you earlier this week if you had a scary story, you just told me that there was a permanent possum skeleton that lived under your family home.
Yeah.
Not under the home, under the fence. You could look out the window. I don't remember the possum being, furry, right? So
yeah.
It died while we lived there, so I know it died there. But I just never remember it having fur. I just remember it's like bone face. And you'd look out like the kitchen window, and just in the center of the family fence in the backyard before the woods, there was just this dead possum. And
Why
just
didn't
was there.
anybody clean it up?
Yeah.
It was like all the way at the back, and it was by the woods. We figured someone would take it. We were just kind of like, it's whatever.
Okay.
The wild area.
Follow-up question. How soon was it until everyone just kind of became accustomed to it? Like, because you said it was outside of your kitchen window?
Yeah, but like it was far. It was like one of those suburbia houses where like there's your kitchen, and then there's like the yard, and then there's just like extra stuff for that. No one ever went to the back of the backyard. It's like the fence and some trees, maybe dirt that's outside.
Dead possum.
And then the dead possum. We were just like, he'll just stay there. It's fine.
How many?
Or she, I don't know.
How many times growing up do you think you had morning coffee while you just stared at the possum, at the dead possum?
I don't know. Not very often, because morning coffee. It was like I had to get up at like 6:30 to go to school. It's dark out. I can't see.
Yeah. How much did that dead possum in your yard shape your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot. I feel like I have a very morbid curiosity for all the dead things and bones and.
Great.
Great. Well, so speaking of dead possums, Dani, will you please tell us your scary story?
Oh, I disappeared. Oh, I'm back.
Okay, so scary story, and this is probably more, psychosis or whatever. But did you ever hear that? It was like one of those urban legends that people would tell you to scare you, where like this lady's asleep in her bed. She hears a dripping noise. She turns her faucet off, and then she goes back to bed, and she still hears the dripping noise. Her dog licks her hand. She still hears the dripping noise. And then she goes into her bathroom, and like her dog is dead in her shower. The dripping noise is blood, and the dog and the licking wasn't a dog; it was a person. And then he killed her.
I didn't hear that last part.
Well, that was the urban legend.
Yeah, that's
the legend. If you don't die at the end.
Well, no, I expect there to be at bare minimum with urban legend, bare minimum animal death, but I did not know that in this urban legend there was
a licky person,
a licky assailant.
Yeah, that's the real twist.
A licky person. You know why it's so scary? So I like I'm not bothered by light. So when I go to sleep at night, if like the light is on, if the moon is really
Dani?
bright,
I don't
Hey,
think
Dani.
most people are
Was
most people
that-
are bothered by the dark.
Hey, Dani, was that kind of like a cool brag that you just had?
well, listen,
I'm not really bothered by the light, so
not-
There's water in here, and
better.
I can drink water all day. So
Well, just like for comparison, Elliot needs, darkness. He likes the curtains shut. He likes the lights off. He likes the door closed. Darkness.
Gotcha.
So sometimes, if it's too, like, not necessarily too dark, but like if I'm having like too many thoughts and I can't go to sleep and I'm laying in my bed and it's dark and I'm just, I watched a scary movie. I saw some sci-fi. I don't know. I can't stop thinking about there being a person or a creature like just under bed height. So if
Yeah.
it's too dark, I can't tell if there's a shadow, and I'm just like, I'm never gonna sleep. This is bad.
have you ever like convinced yourself that there is something there for sure?
Oh yeah, like there were a couple nights where I was just like, how sometimes it's like the covers. It's like, what are they going to do? They're not going to do anything. But you're just like, you know what? Who knows? I don't know. And you're just, I'll be under here until you leave.
Yeah.
Until you either murder me or leave,
Right? It's like, I've never seen anything, but like the horrible feeling of just like waiting for the hands to come over the side of the bed.
Or I guess a licky assailant to lick your hand and you think it's one of your cats.
I don't know what's worse, if it was like an actual person or like a supernatural monster.
Well, let's weigh the pros and cons of each. If you knew it was a person licking your hand while you were trying to fall asleep, you knew, okay, it's a person. I kind of know how to deal with the person. But if it was I guess a cryptid or something weird, then I think that would lead to like, okay, well, how do I assess the situation? Does it have 5 heads? Does it have, does it have 12 butts? How am I supposed to know?
Butts.
Yeah, how am I supposed to know?
But a regular person, though, you would know their mannerisms. If it was a cryptid, it might be like, well, this is odd. I don't know what it's going to do.
And I bet you
What if it's half and half?
What'd you say, Dani?
What if it's half and half? Then what do you do?
I don't know.
Then you put the covers over your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your force field.
You're just like, you know what? Whatever happens, and you stop breathing. You don't breathe, and you just
put a t-shirt over.
Yeah. Now, is that a t-shirt or is that what you use for a blanket?
That's a t-shirt.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Good.
A t-shirt that I keep on my desk in case of emergencies.
Like, okay, like what?
In case you gotta get a t-shirt on quick.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, a monster. You kill a monster and then you have blood on your shirt and you're about to go outside to get the mail. You got to put on a different shirt.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Covered in, debris.
Yeah. So when you picture something running around your bed, do you ever visualize something in particular?
Yeah, those do you ever see The Descent? Is that what it's called? Where those like 4 girls go cave diving or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And there's like these creepy cave monsters who maybe are people, maybe aren't people, but they definitely eat people. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's
very
creepy.
nocturnal, a lot of teeth.
Don't they also have skin where their eyes would normally be?
Yeah, they're like those fish where like they have eyes, but then their skin was like, yeah, but do we need them? And then just grows over.
Yeah.
Like
a cave salamander.
Like a cave salamander. And I wish my skin made more decisions like that.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Like, you know what, Jordan? No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would just
Then you could
slowly
never
crawl.
eat again.
What'd you say?
You can never eat again. That's also my worst nightmare.
Never being able to eat again?
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible. I love
Okay,
food.
so you said you had another story that was also scary that happened to you.
Or
That
weird.
Well,
that was weird. That was not a
scary-
cave person.
Yeah, scary is a strong word because it's like the creepy monster is that really just anxiety? Who knows? But this has happened twice now. And obviously before the happening. But I was on a plane when I was a kid, like I don't know, maybe like 12, going somewhere, probably Florida. And I always took the window seat because, like, I'm the child. I get the window seat. The parents can suffer in the other ones and just stare out the window for the whole trip. And there was this one time I stared out the window, and I'm I'm 12. I'm not on drugs. I haven't had alcohol. I'm very sober, and I'm not like, visualizing things for no reason. And I saw a castle in the cloud. And it's like, and this isn't like 10,000 feet. This is like 30,000 feet. There's no way there's a castle just like peeking up out of the cloud. And I looked at it and I stared at it for a really long time. And I was like, is that for real? And it's just like it was 3 thingies, turrets. It had 2 on the side and one big one in the middle. They were like white brick with a greenish tiley roof. And it was just there, just hanging out, like very far. So it was very tiny. It was like this big. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then I looked away and I was like, Mom? And then I looked back and it was gone. And I was like, okay, well, that's weird. And I kind of like wrote that off for the rest of my life because I was like, I was a child. Who knows? And then recently, like last year, 2 years ago.
Were you going to Florida this time?
No.
Ah,
Where was
okay.
Wow.
it? Might have been California. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Somewhere where old people live.
Yeah.
Oh.
So either Florida, Kansas, or California.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of options there.
No,
Mm-mm.
there's not.
But I remember again, that whole window seat thing has stuck with me. So I'm not the child, but I'm still like, yeah, but I get the window seat because I'm the prettiest. Between me and Elliot, I guess. There's not a lot of competition. I just like the window.
Yeah.
I'm looking out the window and I'm like, oh, this is great. Clouds, landscape. I love it. And then an object like starts floating by the window. And I'm like castle flashback. And then I'm like, what is this? And it wasn't enough. It was flying or floating, and it wasn't a flying object I had seen before, like a plane or a smaller plane or a drone. It was like a weird missile, but it wasn't going very fast. So I was like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And then I looked at Elliot and I was going to be like, hey, look at this. And then it was gone. And I was like, am I insane? Like, what is happening here? Because I'm not drinking, not on drugs. Pretty sure I don't, visualize things that aren't there most of the time, I guess. I don't know. And I'm like, okay. So that's good. So I haven't been on a plane since, not on purpose because of that, because of the whole thing. But yeah, it's just weird. Like, what is that?
That is really weird.
Straight
It's
up.
very weird. It reminds me of the Twilight Zone movie where there's like a creature on the plane and no one believes him. And
Snakes on a plane?
Yeah, are you talking about snakes on a plane?
It's like, I think there was an old movie and then they remade it with John Lithgow. And he sees this monster. The Simpsons do a joke about it with the monster. And no one believes him. And then at the end, spoiler alert, they land the plane because the engine's damaged by the creature, and John Lithgow with his hair all crazy is like, hit the thing! And then they go to the plane and he this freaky thing comes out and jumps off into space. Or something. I don't really remember the movie that well.
So
But yeah.
Well, just to clarify, it is snakes on a plane, and just to, when you saw the thing the most recent time, I know it's super hard to judge distance when you're in a plane, but like, how far away from the plane do you think it was?
Like, it was closer than the castle. The castle felt like at least 2 football fields, if not 3 or more, away from the plane. Like, the castle was small. This thing felt like a football field. Like, it was not far away.
Wow.
That's close.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and I'm like the kind of person, like when I'm looking out the window, because I like, planes suck and it's like, the outside, it's so close. I'm like here. Like, I'm not like sitting back looking out the window. I'm like in the window. And I remember just looking at it, I'm like, what? Because I didn't want to take my eyes off of it. I was looking at it and I was like, is this somebody's like weird handmade drone that they fly at 30,000 feet in the desert because they don't have a lot going on? Is this like, the Roswell thing, or what is that place? Area 51, where they're just like messing around with aerodynamics? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. This weird thing in the sky. And Elliot didn't see it, so I was like, well, I'm not going to John Lithgow that because I don't want to get strapped down and taken off.
Well, now you have to live with the castle. You have to live with the castle and that now.
And that. So now I'm going to
wow.
And I would like to congratulate you on being the first person to use John Lithgow as a verb. So really good job. Really good job. Now, if I can John Lithgow you for 1 second, Lindsay and I also saw something in a plane, but we both saw it. And this was also really weird. We were flying. It was
over the desert.
It was still over the desert. We were up, as you do in a plane, and we were just sitting around, John Lithgowing out.
I keep disappearing.
I know, Lindsay's a ghost.
I keep John Lithgowing away.
I just John Lithgow. Dani, do you want to see us John Lithgow?
Oh God. I'm not emotionally prepared.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm still here. I am not going.
John Lithgow. So we were flying. So if you were flying to California this last time, we were also flying out west. We were going to Oregon, and in the desert, on the ground, there was no clouds in the sky. There was this extremely bright object. It looked like, when, like you're younger, or I guess you're any age and people can operate flashlights and they shine it in your eyes and it's blinding. It looked like that, but really, really little. It was extremely bright and it was super, super tiny.
Yeah.
Weird.
And like you could see it from 30,000 feet in the air.
That's bizarre. I don't know if I like the desert.
Yeah, it seems scary.
It does.
It's got a lot of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's plenty of secrets. And there's also lizards in the desert that shoot blood out of their eyeballs.
Yeah, they do.
And it's always, people don't realize this, but a little John Lithgow for everybody. When those lizards shoot blood out of their eyeballs, it's so like say you found the lizard and it shot blood at you, it would be your blood. So figure that one out.
I feel like when you move your hand, I disappear.
Now my hand's disappearing.
I know, but when you move your hands around like that, I disappear. See,
yeah, you kind of do.
I don't disappear because this is my real background.
I've known you for a while. You've never told me those stories. They're very weird.
They are weird.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
You flash in and out of existence.
Well,
thank you.
Thanks, Dani, for telling your imaginative cave-dwelling spooky story that you now. I'm just gonna.
I hope I can sleep tonight.
I hope you can sleep too. But if you can't, you just put that T-shirt over your face, and then thanks for telling us your IRL plane visions.
Right.
Those are weird.
Yeah.
Those are weird. Can we go on planes again? I don't know if we should.
Nope. I say you either hitchhike.
Because that's safe.
Or you either hitchhike or I don't know, a tandem
Yeah,
bicycle
totally.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Danny, do you have?
I'll go with the bicycle.
What'd you say, Danny?
I'd pick the bicycle. I'm not gonna hitchhike.
Okay, that's fine. Danny, do you have a cool catchphrase that you wanna leave everybody with, like a really cool catchphrase?
The gears are turning.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Are you to show us the feather again?
Is the feather coming back out? Oh no.
Oh no! I bought a cat shirt a while ago. I was gonna bring out my hardcore cat lover business card.
Oh, that's good.
Can you do you want to read that out loud for everybody or?
Yeah, it's from this lady called Miss Happy Pink, who's got some great cat t-shirts. It says, "Cat core, hardcore cat lover. This is more than a club or a group. This is a way of life. If you're ready to admit that your home belongs to your cats and they allow you to live there, then you're cat core. You must be willing to share and give up your pillow, talk in weird voices, realize cat hair is the new black, talk about your cats as if they are children, and have more cat photos than selfies." And all of these are true.
I feel like that was a perfect way to end this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, and if
Cool.
anyone, spoiler alert, Danny owns 75 cats.
76.
76 cats
Sorry.
as of right now.
We forgot about John
John
Paul.
Just adopted John Lithgow the cat.
Danny, and whenever you want to rename one of your 76 cats as John Lithgow, you just let us know, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Great. All right, Danny, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
No
Bye.
problem. I love you.
Love you too.
We're so far.
We are so far.